Before we start, if you believe fathers should never be pushed out of their children's lives just because a relationship ends, subscribe right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss these conversations. Share this video with someone who might need it, and comment "father" below so other men watching know they're not alone in this. Let's talk about something many fathers quietly experience but rarely feel safe talking about: family court. Now, this conversation usually gets emotional very quickly, so let's slow down and say something clearly from the start. Courts exist to protect children. The goal of the system is supposed to be the well-being of the child. Most people agree with that. But the real conversation fathers want to have is whether the system always treats both parents equally when deciding what that well-being looks like. If you believe both parents should always be considered equally important to a child, comment "equal" below so more people can find this discussion. Across many cases, fathers describe walking into family court already feeling like the outcome is stacked against them. Not because they are bad fathers, not because they don't care about their children, but because the cultural assumption has long been that mothers are the primary caregivers and fathers are secondary. For decades, that assumption shaped how custody decisions were made. And even though laws in many places now say both parents should be treated equally, many fathers still say the experience in court feels very different. If you've ever heard a father say he had to fight just to be part of his child's life, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Imagine walking into a courtroom where your entire relationship with your child is being evaluated by people who may only know a few details about your life. Your schedule, your income, your home, your past relationship conflicts, everything suddenly becomes evidence, and the outcome of that process may determine how often you see your own child for years. If that sounds like an intense amount of pressure, comment "reality" below. Many fathers describe the same emotional moment during these cases. The moment they realize they are not automatically seen as equal parents. They feel like they must prove their worth as a father instead of it being assumed. If you think fathers should not have to prove they deserve time with their own children, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you can stay part of this conversation. And here is something else that rarely gets discussed. Legal battles over custody can become extremely expensive. Lawyers, court filings, mediation sessions, evaluations, all of these things cost money. For some fathers, the financial strain of fighting for custody becomes overwhelming. Some eventually accept limited time with their children simply because they cannot afford to keep fighting. If you believe no father should lose time with his kids just because he cannot afford legal battles, comment "time" below so more people see this topic. Now let's talk about something that often gets misunderstood. Most fathers are not trying to take children away from their mothers. That's not the goal for most men. What many fathers want is shared parenting. They want their children to have strong relationships with both parents. They want to attend school events, help with homework, coach sports, and be part of the everyday life of their kids. If you agree children benefit from having both parents actively involved, share this video with someone who believes the same thing. But many fathers say the hardest part is the emotional distance that happens after divorce. Going from seeing your children every day to seeing them on a schedule can create a deep sense of loss. And when fathers talk about that pain, they often feel dismissed or told to simply accept the situation. If you're a father who understands that feeling, comment "Dad" below so others watching know they're not alone. Again, if this conversation matters to you, subscribe and turn on notifications so you can stay connected with a community willing to talk about these realities honestly. Over the next videos in this series, we're going to continue breaking down these issues step by step. We'll talk about the financial side of child support, why some fathers feel trapped by the system, and how many men rebuild their lives after divorce while still trying to stay connected to their children. If you want those discussions to continue, share this video right now so more people see it. Because here is the truth many fathers quietly carry. They don't want sympathy. They don't want excuses. They want fairness. They want a chance to be present in their children's lives. They want the opportunity to prove what most of them already know about themselves. They are fathers first. And that role does not disappear just because a relationship ends. If you believe fathers deserve to be heard in this conversation, comment "heard" below. Subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who might need to hear it. The goal here is not just content. The goal is creating a place where fathers can speak honestly, support each other, and remind each other that their role in their children's lives still matters.